Well, welcome class to week 5 of PRM601 Project Scope and Scheduling. This week we turn our attention to developing a resource management plan for your individual project, specifically by identifying resources, allocating those resources, and then leveling those resources to ensure that there are no over allocations. Now, I encourage you to do your reading this week in Pinto in Chapter 11 and in PMBOK sections 9.1 and 9.2. They cover this very well, so I encourage you to do that reading. Once you have completed that reading, I'm expecting 4 different assignments from you. The first one is the weekly exercise, which is your resource requirement plan for your projects. I'll get into that in a little bit. Then there's the discussion, nothing new there. You upload a rough draft of your resource plan into the discussion and then provide some feedback to each other on what you thought they did well as what they thought they could improve upon. And then there's also a quiz this week, nothing new there. Remember that some of the questions can come from previous week's reading, so be aware of that. And then what did I learn this week? So those are your 4 assignments. So let's take a look at week 5's exercise, which is developing a resource management plan for your individual projects. Now, for your individual projects, you'll need to identify 3 different types of resources. Work resources, or what are known, or human resources. Material resources, which are those resources that are used to create your deliverables. For example, if you're building a house, you'll need some wood, you'll need concrete, nails, things like that. Those are what are material resources. And then the final one, which is cost resources. And cost resources are those resources that you use to help build it. For example, if you're building a house, you might need a ladder, you might need a hammer, probably maybe a bobcat, something on that order. So those are resources that you use to help build your final deliverable. Now, as you start working on this, please be aware that this is a bit of a jigsaw puzzle. So I really encourage you to take a look at videos 6 and 7 on MS Project to get some basic understanding of how to go about allocating those resources and then resolving any over allocations. Now, for your individual projects, I am asking that you do not go over a maximum of 15 work resources or human resources, that you identify at least a minimum of 15 material resources, and then identify as well a minimum of 4 cost resources. So that's kind of what I'm looking for, and you'll be adding those resources into your resource sheet and then allocating them to your various tasks that you have identified in your Microsoft project file. So that's really kind of the basics of developing a resource management plan. Again, identifying those resources, allocating those resources into the various tasks, and then resolving any over-allocated resources. Be aware that only work resources can be over-allocated. Material resources cannot, as well as costs. So that's something to consider and think about. Again, I encourage you to review videos 6 and 7 on Microsoft Project, which are on the home page of the course. And with that, you will hopefully get a good understanding of how to develop a resource management plan for your individual projects. So with that, have a good week. I hope to see you Monday evening at the Zoom meeting, and we'll talk to you soon. Have a good day. Bye-bye.